Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making another family for my Fill the World project. So we're still in Willow Creek, but we've moved on to a different neighborhood now. So now we are working on the Courtyard Lane neighborhood, which is the same neighborhood that Bob and Eliza Pancakes live in. So there are 3 empty houses in that neighborhood. And this family has been designed for the House Brook Bungalow, which is the most expensive house in that neighborhood, I think, besides the one that the Pancakes live in. And then there are 2 other houses that we'll be getting to hopefully the next few days. So this family is the Mitchell family. We're starting off right now with the dad. Since this house was a little bit of a bigger house and it had a higher price tag on it, I decided to make the 2 parents in this household adults instead of young adults, because they're probably a little bit further along in their careers and have maybe saved up a little bit more money in order to afford a slightly bigger house. So this is Brandon. He's the dad. He is in the writer/journalism career. He's level 8, and he has a aspiration of being a best-selling author, which is interesting because I put him in the journalism track anyway, because I thought that would suit his personality a little bit better. So he has 8 writing skill points, 4 charisma skill points, 6 gardening skill points, 5 cooking skill points, and 3 parenting skill points. So he's obviously spent a lot of his life working on writing. I also decided that, maybe he likes to garden as kind of a hobby. I know that that's something that maybe people start to get into a little bit more when they get a little older. And his house has 3 or 4 planter boxes in the backyard that currently have nothing planted in them, but I figured that seemed plausible that he would be into that sort of thing since he has it in his backyard. And let's see, his traits are self-assured, genius, and bro. At one point I was thinking about giving him the creative trait instead of the bro trait, but I decided his character, he's not exactly a bad guy, but he's not exactly the nicest guy either. He tends to put himself first and his family second. So I thought that was more apparent in the bro trait than in the creative trait. He's self-assured, so he's very confident, very kind of full of himself, and he's a genius. So he kind of has some good reasons to be full of himself because he's a very intelligent person, but he's also not exactly the nicest person in the world. I mean, he's not evil necessarily, but he's also not super caring or nurturing. His best relationship in his household is with his wife, which, that's a good thing. But he also doesn't have a great relationship with either his daughter or his son. So, yeah, there's that. His son, he has a slightly better relationship with, but only because he puts a lot of pressure on him to grow up and be just like his dad. And his daughter, he doesn't really care so much about her. So I learned something. When you upload a family to the gallery, their relationships within their family transfer, but not relationships outside of their family. So, I've changed the relationships between the 4 family members in the Mitchell family, but if I had assigned them relationships with people, like the Goth family or the Landgrab family or whatever, they wouldn't retain that when downloaded from the gallery. They also apparently do not retain their money, which is kind of a disappointment. So in order to place this family in the world, you'll have to use the free real estate cheat, which is pretty simple. So after you go to get the family from the gallery to place them, you just open up the cheat box by doing Control-Shift-C and then typing in free real estate, all that was one word, and then on or true, and then that will let you place any family in any house, or any empty house rather, in the world, regardless of how much money they have in their bank accounts. So, just a little tidbit. Anyways, so we have moved on now to the mom of the family. This is Rita Mitchell. She has the super parent aspiration, so she's very involved with her children, very loving. She is also in the doctor/medical career. She's at level 6, which I believe level 6 is like RN or something. So she's currently technically, I guess, a nurse, which is a little odd how they do that in the game, because it's not like you graduate from being a nurse to become a doctor. They're different things. But in any case, so she has 5 handiness skill points, 8 logic skill points, 6 cooking skill points, and 7 parenting skill points. So, she probably does a little bit more of the cooking in the family, but kind of shares that duty equally with her husband. But when it comes to raising the kids, she is definitely the one who's been more involved. She has a great relationship with both her daughter and her son, and she also finds time on the side to work on handiness and logic, which I believe are things that she needs in order to be a successful doctor. So, and her traits are that she is cheerful, good, and outgoing. So basically, shiny, happy person. Like, she loves life, and she just wants everyone around her to love life too. So she does everything that she can to make the people in her family feel special and welcomed. And, I also thought that would be a good trait to have when you're working in the medical field. Like, I could see her being the type of person who would be very calm and soothing towards her patients. Also, the haircut that I've given her, I decided she should have shorter hair because she probably doesn't have a lot of time on her hands to take care of herself necessarily, and just maybe lets her hair air dry sometimes. Also, I personally refer to this haircut as the Julie Andrews haircut because it reminds me of Julie Andrews' hair, specifically in The Sound of Music, but also like in her later years as well. She kind of has that like short side part, almost boyish haircut, but she has a little bit more of bangs to it. So anyways, whenever I see this haircut, it reminds me of Julie Andrews. So just a fun little fact of randomness there. And I've given her the color purple as kind of her signature color, so she wears a lot of purple. But I figured that would be like more of a calming color, and I thought it suited her really well. I love purple on redheaded Sims. I think it looks really pretty. So this is Rita. Also, I forgot to mention, Brandon's color is black, obviously. So we are now on to their teenage daughter, Allie. Allie is a computer whiz. She is a genius, but she is also a loner. So just really loves technology, really doesn't love people so much. So she has 6 logic skill points, 3 programming skill points, and 2 handiness skill points. So she's a very different person than her mom, and in all honesty, a very different person than her dad, because while her dad is more self-centered, she's not so self-centered. She just doesn't really like people. However, she does have a really good relationship with her little brother. So there's that. I also kind of gave her acne and braces. I thought in my mind she might be more of a younger teenager. And she doesn't really wear very much makeup. I mean, I think she has like a little bit of lip gloss and maybe some eyeliner on, and that's about it. Because she really is not into herself so much. And that's also kind of where she's different from her dad, because her dad is like into looking good and being the best, whereas she just wants to learn, but she doesn't really care so much about her outward appearance or necessarily what other people really think of her. So she wears in all 3 of her everyday outfits, maybe 2 out of the 3. I think I changed the last one. But she wears those skinny jeans from, I think that came in the backyard stuff pack. I honestly can't remember now. But so she wears those jeans and the high top Converse sneakers. That's kind of like her unofficial uniform. And then she'll have like either a short sleeve t-shirt or a long sleeve t-shirt on top. And that's about it. And she always has her hair in kind of that like messy ponytail. And oh yeah, I did give her shorts for the last one because even though we don't have seasons in my mind, I like to give my Sims, if I'm giving them multiple outfits, I will give them like different seasonal appropriate outfits. So like one will have jeans and a long sleeve shirt, and then another might have jeans and a short sleeve shirt, and then the last might have like shorts with a tank top or a t-shirt. Yeah. Oh yes, for her formal outfit, I decided that the ponytail had to go. Like, I could see in my head, like, her and her mom having this, like, argument, like, before going to prom or something, that she can't just wear her hair in a ponytail, so this is the compromise. Like, she's not getting anything fancy, no curls, no updo, nothing like that, but she won't put it in a ponytail, at least, just to make peace with her mom. So as I mentioned earlier, she doesn't really have a great relationship with her dad, but she loves her little brother a lot, and she has a halfway decent relationship with her mom, although it's more one-sided. Rita is more into being good friends with Allie than Allie is being good friends with her mom. So, which I think that's pretty fair for some teenage girls. Like, you know, mom might not be the coolest person just yet, but I also have a feeling too that once she ages up to be a young adult, she might lean on her mom for support a little bit more. Also, she is an A student at high school, so she's smart, just like her dad. She's got that genius trait, but you know, she might not be the type of person to necessarily make tons of friends or even go out on dates or go to parties or anything like that. So also, I did not know this, but so in the parenting game pack, we got those acne skin details, and typically the skin details you don't have to reapply from outfit to outfit. Like, I've given her freckles like what her mom has going across her nose, and those stayed the same regardless of the outfit that I put her in. But for some reason, the acne doesn't stay, and it's not like, oh, I have acne while I'm in my everyday wear, but then I change into my pajamas and my acne magically disappears, because guess what? If that was the case, everyone would wear pajamas all the time. So I'm not really sure why I had to reapply the acne for every one of her outfits, but I did. So just be aware of that. If you have a sim that you wanted to give them acne, you apparently, as of right now, you have to reapply it to every outfit. Don't know why. Anyways, so we are on the last member of the Mitchell household. This is their son, Brody. He is obviously a child, and so what I did with him, when I did the randomized genetics, I kept him as a teenager and then aged him down to be a child, because I like to see what they look like as a teenager, because teenage Sims don't look too terribly different from young adult Sims or adult Sims. And so if you have somebody who's strange looking as a teenager, they're probably going to be kind of strange looking permanently. But you could have a strange looking child who then grows up and looks like normal or really handsome or really pretty as a teenager or a young adult. So I use that to kind of see, like, okay, what is he actually going to look like? Because really, I think for the most part, kids in the game just all look really cute. So it's kind of hard to tell. So anyways, so this is Brody. I think he originally had red hair like his mom, but I always feel bad when you have a kid where you have a couple of kids in the family and they all look like one parent and not the other. So I gave him dark hair like his dad. Also, he has been given the color orange. Allie was given blue, by the way. I don't know that I said that. So anyways, so he has the motor aspiration, he is athletic, and he has level 5 mental skill and level 6 motor skill. So a very active little kid. He's got a B grade in school right now, so, you know, not quite the high achiever that his dad might want him to be, but he's definitely well on his way. So anyways, you can download this family off of the gallery, and the links are down below in the description box. So thanks so much for watching. Bye!